I'm going to go back to عندها جنة المأوى and share some more things with you. Jannah could be described as Jannatul Khuld, the gardens of eternity. It could just be described as Al Jannah, the garden. We know what it is. But the attribution made to Jannah here was Jannatul Ma'wa, the Jannah of ultimate refuge. And we didn't really spend time thinking about what that could mean. There's a contrast being made here. This life that you and I live right now can have lots of Jannahs. Allah describes in Surah Al-Kahf people that a guy that owned two Jannahs, Jannatain. كلتا الجنتين آتت أكلها, right? So أيحب أحدكم أن تكون له جنة من نخيل وعنب تجري من تحتها الأنهار له فيها من كل الثمرات. In Surah Al-Baqarah, wouldn't any of you like to have a garden that has these qualities? Those of you that have extra money, in COVID times, there was a rise in construction prices in Texas, especially in backyard reconstruction, because people were upgrading their jannahs in the backyard, right? They're spending time building their garden. Some of the, when I travel, sometimes there are people that are like high rollers. They want to meet with me and stuff. Okay, I'll have lunch in your fancy place. And you'll go to their house and it's like gated and security guards and all that. And you drive through and they have this house, but it's not the house that is the amazing feature. You're going to have a nice house anywhere. It's this huge garden and walls and the privacy and, their grandkids running around and the water fountain, the Jannah. It's the Jannah. And this is something that human beings deeply desire. We go to vacation in places that look like a Jannah. We try to create a Jannah kind of atmosphere in our backyards. If we can't have a whole Jannah in our office cubicle, which is depressing, you'll put a little Jannah plant there. Your mother, if she's from where I'm from, if they can't have too many bugs in the house because of the plants, they'll put plastic Jannah in the house, plastic flowers, plastic leaves, just at least make it look like there's greenery. Human beings have and by the way, Jannah means to cover, greenery, lush greenery that covers. The jinn are called the jinn because they're covered from our eyes. The baby in the belly of a mother is called janeen because it's hidden, it's covered. So the land where the dirt is covered with greenery and flowers and beauty, that's why it's called Jannah. Anyway, the point I was making was this life, you can have Jannah, but it's never going to be a refuge. You can have beautiful things in this world. You can have money, you can have a nice house, you can have beautiful family, you can have all of those things. It's never secure. It's never permanently safe. And the more you find security in anything in this world, the more you are set up for misery. You're set up for misery. People say things like, I don't know what I would do if you weren't there. Without you, I don't know if I can live. Yeah, you live. You live. The Sahaba lived after the Prophet ﷺ passed away. You're going to be fine. Your love is not that dramatic. I can't breathe. Yes, you can. There's still oxygen. Your nose still inhales. Your lungs still expand. These are just dramatic things to say. But the point is, there are people who create a dependency on money, dependency on beauty. There are people that used to look beautiful and they were famous because of their beauty. And then they got older and, their beauty went away and now they're depressed or even suicidal and all of it because their refuge was their beauty. Somebody's refuge was their garden. Somebody's refuge was their money. Somebody's refuge was their fame. We have all these different refuges that make us feel safe. One of the most interesting things that I've studied in psychology is the human need for safety. The human need for safety. And this is a need that people in war zones have and people that are billionaires have too. Famous people are some of the loneliest people in the world. You think people are always around them, but they can't trust anybody. Are these people close to me because I'm famous? Do they see me as someone that they know only by my fame? But if they knew the real me, would I still be safe with them? Or are they going to share with the world? Here's what I know about this famous person, right? They're unsafe. And one of the most difficult thing for them is to find someone they can be what with? They can be safe with. They have no ma'wa. They can have the most beautiful house and security guards and all of it, but they have no one that can have an honest conversation with them. They don't have a ma'wa. A president of a country trusts his best friend. Next thing you know, his best friend released a press release or leaked some information in the media and destroyed the president's campaign or whatever. Does that happen? Yeah. Because even the guy that looks like he has all this security actually doesn't have security at all. He's living in insecurity. That's what he's living with. One of the most powerful human beings described in the Quran is Fir'aun. You guys know that, right? Extremely powerful. And you know what Allah says? وَنُرِيَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَهَمَادَ وَجُنُودَهُمَا مِنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَحْذَرُونَ. حذر Fir'aun? Fir'aun, Allah says we were going to show the Pharaoh and his military what they were afraid of. Wait, you live in the biggest castle on earth. Your monuments are still around on the planet today, and you're afraid? Human beings don't have ultimate safety in this world other than Allah. And Allah says that human beings are looking for safety and security. People are working hard, working hard. I know people that they live in really small apartments, live very uncomfortable lives because they're saving, because they have this ultimate goal for financial security 10 years down the line. And they're working on it even from now, right? Long-term thinking. All of that is what? The pursuit of ma'wa, the pursuit of a refuge. That's what you want. They call it a safety net, the golden parachute. Isn't that what they call it? That's all terminology in this modern world terminology for al-ma'wa. The people go to a therapist. I feel anxiety. I feel insecure. I feel nervous. I feel I can't trust anyone. I have ma'wa issues, is what that is. And Allah says, عِنْدَهَا جَنَّةُ الْمَأْوَى. I didn't mention, from a nahu point of view, Jannatul Ma'wa is mu'arraf. Because it's a idafa, I know I'm getting technical. What that means in basic English is, there's an ikhtisas here. What that would mean is, only there is the garden of refuge. In other words, ultimate refuge, it cannot be found in any other garden. In any other thing that's beautiful, it can be beautiful, but it can't be safe.